Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Without Limit. I'm Julia, your host for today. If you're new here, I'd love to tell you that we upload a new English learning episode every single day to help you grow your English faster and sound more natural when you speak. In today's episode, we're going deep into something powerful, something that can completely change the way you sound and understand English. We're talking about advanced C2 level vocabulary. You'll not only learn new words, but also how to use them naturally in daily life, in conversations, and in writing. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to use high-level vocabulary that sounds intelligent, fluent, and confident. We'll explore meanings, connotations, collocations, and real-life examples that show how advanced speakers express their thoughts with precision. This is not just a vocabulary list. It's a master class, a full journey through the language that will help you think, feel, and speak at the C2 level. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you never miss a new English learning episode. So, grab your notebook, stay focused, and let's start building your advanced English vocabulary together. Let's begin slowly. Imagine you're talking with a native speaker about your day. Instead of saying, "It was a good day," you might say, "It was a fulfilling day." The word fulfilling adds emotional depth. It tells the listener that your day gave you a sense of purpose and satisfaction. That's the power of advanced vocabulary. It helps you express not only what happened, but how you felt. Let's take another example. Instead of saying, "I'm tired," you could say, "I'm drained." Drained sounds stronger. It shows that you have no energy left, physically or emotionally. When you use such words, you sound more expressive and natural. You show that your vocabulary matches your emotions. Now let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly. I had a fulfilling day. I feel drained after a long week. Her speech was incredibly inspiring. These sentences may sound simple, but they hold advanced word choices that make your English sound mature and natural. At the C2 level, vocabulary isn't about memorizing complicated words. It's about precision, choosing the right word for the situation. For instance, the difference between angry and furious is more than just intensity. Angry can sound mild, but furious paints a vivid image. It shows real emotion. And sometimes, advanced vocabulary isn't about being formal. It's about being expressive, detailed, and emotionally accurate. Let's practice describing emotions. Instead of "I'm happy," say "I'm elated." Instead of "I'm sad," say "I'm devastated." Instead of "I'm surprised," say "I'm astonished." Listen to how each word paints a stronger image in your mind. Elated means extremely happy. Devastated means deeply sad, almost brokenhearted. Astonished means truly shocked or amazed. Each word adds color to your emotions. Now, let's make it more natural with short stories. Imagine this situation. You just got a message that you passed your English exam. You could say, "I was elated when I saw the result." Then, imagine your best friend moved to another country. You could say, "I was devastated when she left." Or, when you saw your favorite celebrity walking by, you could say, "I was absolutely astonished." When you connect emotions to real situations, these words become part of your thinking, not just your memory. At the advanced level, it's also important to understand nuance. Nuance means small differences in meaning that change how a word feels. For example, brave and courageous seem similar, but brave often describes short actions, while courageous describes a person's consistent character. You might say, she was brave to speak up, or he is a courageous leader. Both are correct, but they create slightly different impressions. Let's try this. I'll say 2 sentences, and you think about which sounds more natural. He made a big change versus he made a drastic change. The second sentence, drastic, sounds more advanced and specific. It shows that the change was extreme or significant. That's the beauty of advanced vocabulary. It adds detail and feeling to your language. Now, think about this sentence. She's a very good student. You can upgrade it to, she's an exceptional student. Or even, she's an outstanding student. These small word upgrades make your English sound elegant and polished. Let's practice together. Repeat after me. The results were exceptional. It was a drastic improvement. He is a courageous man. Remember, fluency at the C2 level is not about speaking fast. It's about speaking with clarity, precision, and richness. Now, let's explore a few more expressions that advanced speakers often use in daily life. Instead of saying, I don't know, say, I'm not quite sure. Instead of, I don't like it, say, it doesn't appeal to me. Instead of, I'm busy, say, I'm occupied at the moment. Listen to the rhythm. It sounds more natural, more polite, and more confident. Let's practice conversational tone. Imagine someone asks you, do you like this movie? You could reply, it's all right, but at the C2 level, you might say, it's thought-provoking, but not exactly my taste. That shows depth of thought. It means you can analyze and express opinions clearly. Another advanced phrase is, it's open to interpretation. It means something can be understood in different ways. For example, if someone asks, what does this poem mean? You could say, it's open to interpretation. These kinds of expressions make your English sound mature and flexible. Let's do a mini exercise together. I'll say a basic sentence, and you try to upgrade it in your mind. It's good. It's remarkable. It's bad. It's unacceptable. I'm happy. I'm content. It's interesting. It's intriguing. These small upgrades make you sound more sophisticated, confident, and thoughtful. And remember, using advanced vocabulary is not about showing off. It's about expressing your exact thoughts. It's about precision. When you reach this level, you stop translating. You start thinking in English. Every advanced learner needs daily practice to keep these words active in their memory. So here's a quick tip. Choose 5 advanced words from today's lesson and try to use them in your conversations today. Write a short paragraph about your day using them. For example, today was an exceptional day. I felt elated after completing my project. The feedback I received was remarkable. Though I was drained by evening, I felt fulfilled. That's how you make advanced words become part of your life. At the C2 level, it's also important to develop a strong sense of context. This means you don't just memorize advanced words, you learn when to use them. For example, the word meticulous means extremely careful and detailed. You could say, she's a meticulous planner, which means she pays attention to every single detail. But if you use meticulous in a casual sentence like, my friend is meticulous about his coffee, it suddenly sounds humorous and expressive. That's what native speakers do. They play with words to match the situation. Let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly. He is meticulous about his work. The report was written with meticulous attention to detail. She is meticulous about her diet. These sentences show precision and care, one of the key qualities of advanced English. Now, let's look at another beautiful word, inevitable. It means something that is certain to happen, something unavoidable. You might say, it was inevitable that the meeting would be delayed, or with so much rain, flooding was inevitable. Using inevitable instead of sure to happen makes your sentence sound natural and educated. Let's practice. Change is inevitable. It was inevitable that they would meet again. Failure is sometimes inevitable, but it teaches valuable lessons. Notice how the word carries a calm, reflective tone. This is the kind of emotional depth you find at the C2 level. Here's another excellent word, ambiguous. It means unclear or having more than one meaning. You can say, his message was ambiguous, which means you're not sure what he meant. Or, the ending of the movie was ambiguous, meaning it could be understood in different ways. Advanced speakers love words like this because they help express complexity. Real life isn't always black and white, and neither is language. Now, let's use ambiguous in conversation. Her answer was ambiguous. I couldn't tell if she agreed or disagreed. The rules were ambiguous. So many people misunderstood them. Try saying it out loud. It sounds natural, confident, and full of meaning. Next, let's talk about the word inefficient. Many learners know lazy or slow, but inefficient sounds more specific. It means something that doesn't work well or wastes time and effort. You can say, the old system was inefficient, or he's hardworking, but his method is inefficient. Advanced English speakers often prefer words like this because they express ideas precisely and politely. Let's practice with short phrases. This process is inefficient. We need a more efficient solution. An inefficient approach leads to wasted effort. Now let's move to something more emotional, the word profound. Profound means deep, powerful, or meaningful. You can say, that movie had a profound impact on me, or her words were profound and unforgettable. It's one of those words that instantly makes your English sound wise and mature. Try repeating these lines slowly. He shared a profound insight. That experience changed me in a profound way. There was a profound silence in the room. Do you hear how soft and emotional it sounds? That's the rhythm of advanced English. Calm, thoughtful, expressive. Let's build a short scene together for practice. Imagine you're describing your favorite teacher. Instead of saying, "She was very smart," you could say, "She was a profound thinker who inspired everyone around her." Now, imagine you're describing a book you loved. You could say, "The book left a profound impression on me. It changed how I see the world." By using these words in real contexts, you'll never forget them. Here's another elegant combination. Inevitable connects beautifully with consequence. You can say, "The consequence was inevitable." Every decision has consequences. He didn't study, so failure was inevitable. These are phrases that naturally appear in academic English and advanced discussions. Now, let's try a practice challenge. I'll give you a simple sentence, and you'll try to make it sound C2 level in your mind. Ready? He didn't sleep well. To, he had a restless night. She was very careful. To, she was extremely meticulous. The view was nice. To, the view was absolutely breathtaking. It's not clear. To, it's rather ambiguous. It's going to happen soon. To, it's inevitable. He's a deep thinker. To, he's profoundly reflective. These exercises help your brain make quick associations. When you practice often, you'll automatically reach for advanced words instead of basic ones. That's how you train your mind to think at the C2 level. Now, let's explore a few more advanced words that appear often in daily English conversations. The word assertive means confident in expressing your opinion. You can say, "She's very assertive during meetings," or "You need to be more assertive when you speak." It's different from aggressive. Assertive is positive. It shows confidence without being rude. Let's repeat. I'm becoming more assertive at work. He spoke in an assertive but respectful way. Being assertive helps you gain confidence. Next, let's talk about one of my favorite words, versatile. It means flexible, able to adapt to many situations or perform many functions. You can say, "She's a versatile actor," meaning she can play many roles. Or, "Eggs are versatile. You can cook them in so many ways." The more you practice such words, the more you'll notice them in native speech. Now, repeat after me. He's a versatile musician. This tool is extremely versatile. You need a versatile vocabulary to express complex ideas. Let's create a mini-story using both words, assertive and versatile. During the team meeting, Clara was assertive when presenting her ideas. Her versatility made her valuable to the company. She could manage projects, write reports, and lead discussions with equal confidence. Do you see how words can build layers of personality, tone, and meaning? That's what separates advanced English from simple conversation. Let's move to a few academic-style words that can also be used in daily English. Substantial means large, important, or meaningful. For example, he made a substantial contribution to the project. We saw a substantial increase in sales this year. You could also use it casually, as in, I had a substantial breakfast today. Now, significant is similar but used slightly differently. You can say, there was a significant change in her attitude, or the discovery was significant for science. When you're learning advanced English, focus on such subtle differences. They show depth and awareness. Let's do a small practice for big improvement. Instead of big improvement, say substantial improvement. Instead of important moment, say significant moment. Instead of big help, say substantial help. Every time you replace big or important with a more specific word, your English becomes sharper. Now, let's reflect on one more word, comprehensive. It means complete, detailed, or covering everything. You can say, we need a comprehensive plan, or she gave a comprehensive explanation. It's especially useful in professional or academic English. Repeat with me. I wrote a comprehensive report. He gave a comprehensive overview of the topic. We need a comprehensive understanding before making a decision. Now, let's add a short listening and shadowing exercise. I'll say a short paragraph, and you can try to repeat along with me in rhythm. Learning vocabulary at the C2 level requires consistent practice. It's not just about memorizing definitions, but using words in real situations. When you read, listen, and speak with awareness, you'll notice subtle shades of meaning. Every word carries emotion, tone, and culture. That's what makes English so beautiful. Pause. Take a deep breath. Think about how far you've come already. You're not just learning vocabulary, you're learning how to think in English. Now, let's learn a few words related to personal growth, because advanced learners often talk about self-development. Resilient means able to recover quickly from difficulty. You could say, she's resilient after every failure, or children are remarkably resilient. It's a strong, inspiring word. Now, perseverance, it means determination, never giving up even when things are tough. For example, through perseverance, he achieved his goals. Perseverance is key to mastering English. You can even combine them. She's resilient because of her perseverance. Try saying these sentences aloud. I am resilient. Perseverance always pays off. He overcame challenges with resilience and determination. These words are not just vocabulary, they're mindset words. They remind you to keep going even when English feels hard. At the C2 level, you also begin to appreciate the elegance of subtle language. You start noticing that sometimes saying less can actually mean more. Take the word imply. It means to suggest something without saying it directly. For example, if someone says, "It's getting late," they might be implying that it's time to go home. You can say, "Are you implying that I'm wrong?" Or, "Her tone implied that she wasn't happy." Words like imply help you communicate with nuance, something advanced speakers do naturally every day. Let's practice. He didn't say it directly, but he implied it. The teacher implied that we needed to study harder. She implied that she already knew the answer. Every sentence shows how subtle communication can be. At the C2 level, subtlety is everything. Now let's explore another elegant word, convey. Convey means to express, deliver, or communicate an idea. You can say, her smile conveyed warmth. He tried to convey his gratitude. Or, the artist conveys emotion through her work. It's a sophisticated and natural way to describe communication beyond words. Let's practice together. I want to convey my appreciation. This message conveys hope. Your tone conveys confidence. These phrases are perfect for daily use. They sound polished and natural. Next, let's look at articulate. It means to express ideas clearly and effectively. You can say, she's very articulate, or he articulated his point well. Instead of saying he explained it well, advanced speakers might say he articulated it beautifully. Try saying this out loud. I'm learning to articulate my ideas better. She's an articulate speaker. He failed to articulate what he really felt. When you use such expressions naturally, your English becomes smooth, expressive, and powerful. Let's connect these words in a short story to make them come alive. Imagine you're attending a meeting. Your colleague presents a new project idea. You notice that he speaks clearly, choosing his words carefully. Later, you might say, he articulated his vision very well. It conveyed confidence and passion. Or, if his tone was unclear, you might say he implied some changes were needed but didn't explain them directly. This is exactly how advanced vocabulary helps you analyze real-life situations more accurately. Now, let's move to another word that shows advanced awareness: insightful. Insightful means having deep understanding or perceptive thoughts. For example, that was an insightful comment. Her analysis was incredibly insightful. It's a word often used in academic discussions, professional settings, and thoughtful conversations. Let's practice together. The book offers insightful lessons about human nature. He shared an insightful perspective. It was an insightful discussion. When you add this word to your vocabulary, you begin to sound like a reflective thinker, not just a fluent speaker. Now, let's explore the word elaborate. It means to give more details or explain something more deeply. You can say, "Could you elaborate on that?" Or, "She elaborated on her plans for the future." It's one of the most useful words in advanced communication, both polite and academic. Try these lines. Please elaborate on your point. He elaborated beautifully on the topic. I can elaborate further if needed. Using elaborate instead of explain more makes your English sound instantly advanced and natural. Now let's shift to another word often used by professionals: implement. It means to put something into action. For example, the company implemented new rules. Or, we need to implement this strategy immediately. It's a powerful verb that shows you can move from ideas to action. Repeat with me. They implemented a new plan. It's time to implement these changes. The strategy was implemented successfully. Practice how the rhythm feels, strong and decisive. Let's combine these in context. During the meeting, the manager elaborated on the new policy. She articulated the plan clearly, conveying the importance of teamwork. The team later implemented the strategy effectively, leading to substantial improvement. This is how you bring vocabulary together, not as individual words, but as part of fluent communication. Another important concept for advanced learners is tone. The tone of your sentence can change based on the word you choose. Compare "I'm angry" with "I'm frustrated." Angry sounds emotional and strong, while frustrated sounds more controlled, professional, and polite. Tone helps you express your personality through vocabulary. Let's explore a few tonal upgrades. Instead of "he's lazy," say "he's unmotivated." Instead of "she's rude," say "she's inconsiderate." Instead of "I'm scared," say "I'm apprehensive." These choices reflect maturity. They soften the emotion while keeping the meaning intact. Try this mini practice. Repeat out loud. "I'm apprehensive about the results." "He was inconsiderate during the conversation." "She seems unmotivated lately." Notice how sophisticated and natural these sound. Now, let's move to another family of words, those used for describing change and improvement. The word transform means to change completely. You can say, the experience transformed me. Education can transform lives. They transformed the old house into a beautiful cafe. A similar word is evolve, which means to grow gradually. The company evolved over time. Her ideas evolved through experience. Our understanding of language evolves with learning. These words are often used by native speakers when they want to describe progress naturally. Let's practice shadowing together. My perspective has evolved. He transformed his habits. The city has transformed over the years. These sentences help you sound thoughtful, mature, and fluent. Now, an important advanced adjective, innovative. It means creative, original, or introducing new ideas. You can say, she's an innovative designer. We need an innovative approach to solve this. Their solution was truly innovative. This is a must-know word for C2 level learners who want to express creativity and intelligence in discussions. Try saying these aloud. He's known for his innovative thinking. Innovation drives success. They developed an innovative product. Let's connect these ideas in a real-world example. Over the years, the company evolved from a small business into an innovative leader in technology. Their new approach transformed the industry completely. This is how advanced vocabulary helps you express not just facts, but stories filled with life and detail. Let's also focus on an often misused word, efficient. It's the opposite of inefficient, but it carries a strong, positive tone. You can say, she's efficient at her job. This method is more efficient. We need an efficient way to manage time. When you use efficient naturally, it shows logical thinking and clarity. Let's practice again. The new system is efficient. He's an efficient worker. We need to find an efficient solution. Here's a short challenge. Combine efficient, innovative, and transform into one story. For example, our innovative approach transformed the entire process, making it far more efficient than before. Try creating your own version of that sentence. It's an excellent way to lock the words into your long-term memory. Now, let's shift to words about human behavior and personality, an area where advanced vocabulary really shines. Empathetic means understanding and sharing another person's feelings. You could say, she's an empathetic listener. He responded with empathy. Good leaders are empathetic. Let's practice aloud. Empathy helps build trust. She's naturally empathetic. He handled the situation with empathy. These words show emotional intelligence, a hallmark of fluent advanced English. Next, intuitive. It means based on instinct or natural understanding, not logic. You can say she's an intuitive decision maker. He has an intuitive sense of timing. It felt intuitive to choose that option. Try repeating, my intuition told me to stay. She has an intuitive grasp of language. It's not logical, it's intuitive. This type of vocabulary is common in everyday conversations among fluent speakers. Now let's use both words in a small practice scene. During the interview, she appeared calm and empathetic, listening carefully to every question. Her answers were intuitive and genuine, showing both intelligence and warmth. When you start speaking like this, you'll notice something amazing. You're no longer just translating your thoughts, you're expressing them directly in English with precision and personality. That's the true mark of C2 level mastery. Let's end this section with a short reflection exercise. Think about your own personality. How would you describe yourself using advanced vocabulary? Maybe you're resilient, empathetic, intuitive, or innovative. Maybe you're articulate, insightful, or meticulous. Choose 5 words that truly represent you. Say them aloud. Feel how they sound in your voice. That's how English becomes not just the language, but a part of you. At this level of English, your words are not just tools, they're reflections of your thinking. When you choose a word carefully, it reveals how clearly you see the world. Let's explore one of the most expressive words in advanced English: compelling. Compelling means something so interesting, powerful, or convincing that it captures your full attention. You might say, that documentary was compelling, or she gave a compelling argument during the debate. The word combines strength and beauty, persuasive, emotional, and intelligent all at once. Let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly. That was a compelling story. His speech was compelling from start to finish. I found the idea deeply compelling. Each time you use this word, you create a strong emotional connection in your listener's mind. Now, let's explore another advanced word: intricate. It means complex, detailed, or carefully designed. For example, the painting had an intricate design. Their relationship was intricate, full of subtle emotions and misunderstandings. This word brings precision and artistry to your descriptions. Repeat these with me. The pattern was intricate and beautiful. The story has an intricate plot. Her thoughts were intricate yet meaningful. Using intricate helps you sound thoughtful and descriptive, perfect for advanced English learners who want to express ideas clearly and artistically. Now let's connect these 2 words, compelling and intricate, in one story. The movie was compelling not only because of its message, but also because of its intricate storytelling. Do you hear how beautifully they flow together? That's how advanced vocabulary weaves emotions with logic. Let's move on to another refined word: subtle. Subtle means delicate, not obvious, or softly noticeable. You can say, she gave me a subtle smile, or there's a subtle difference between confidence and arrogance. Subtle is one of those words that show true language sensitivity. It means you notice the little things. Let's practice aloud. I noticed a subtle change in his tone. There's a subtle beauty in simplicity. Her humor is subtle, but clever. These kinds of expressions make your English sound natural, effortless, and real. Now let's explore the word inevitable again, this time in a philosophical sense. Many things in life are inevitable: change, growth, even mistakes. You could say, it was inevitable that he would learn from his failure. Or, with effort and patience, improvement becomes inevitable. Advanced English often blends language with reflection. That's how native speakers express life, not just grammar. Let's create another cluster of advanced emotional words you can use in daily life: sincere, genuine, and authentic. These three words are similar but slightly different in feeling. Sincere means honest and heartfelt. She gave a sincere apology. Genuine means real or true. He's a genuine friend. Authentic means original, true to oneself. Her kindness is authentic. Together, these words build emotional depth and connection. Let's practice softly. Her smile was sincere. His compliment felt genuine. They had an authentic friendship. When you start using these words, your sentences gain emotional realism. They feel alive. Now let's turn toward words that describe thought and understanding, an essential part of C2 fluency. One beautiful word is perceptive. It means having or showing good understanding or insight. She's very perceptive. She notices details others miss. Or, his comment was perceptive and well thought out. Try repeating these. He's a perceptive listener. Her observation was perceptive and precise. You're very perceptive. That's exactly right. This word makes you sound emotionally intelligent and observant, qualities that make conversations deeper and more interesting. Another useful word is astute. It's similar to perceptive but slightly more strategic. It describes someone smart and quick to notice opportunities. He's an astute businessman. That was an astute observation. She made an astute decision. It's often used in business, leadership, or analysis contexts, showing clever understanding. Let's try saying these together. You need to be astute to handle negotiations. His astute remarks changed the discussion completely. She's known for her astute problem-solving skills. Now let's explore metaphorical language, when words carry deeper meaning than what's said literally. For example, saying, he has a heart of gold doesn't mean his heart is made of metal. It means he's kind. Advanced speakers often use metaphorical language naturally. Try saying, her words lit a fire in me. He's walking on thin ice. It's a double-edged sword. These expressions are all metaphorical and very common in native English. Let's pause and reflect. At this stage, it's not about memorizing vocabulary lists. It's about using words to paint meaning, to create pictures in the listener's mind. Now let's work with a few advanced adjectives that can instantly enrich your expression. Intriguing, captivating, and fascinating. All three mean very interesting, but with subtle differences. Intriguing suggests curiosity. That idea is intriguing. Captivating means something that holds your attention completely. Her voice is captivating. Fascinating means deeply interesting or charming. The book was fascinating. Let's practice these together. The idea was intriguing. The story was captivating. The experiment was fascinating. Say them slowly. Feel how each one has its own emotional flavor. That's the texture of advanced English. Now, let's explore the word contemplate. It means to think deeply or carefully about something. You can say, I need time to contemplate my decision. Or, he sat quietly, contemplating the meaning of life. It's calm, poetic, and thoughtful, perfect for reflective conversations. Repeat after me. I often contemplate my goals. She contemplated whether she should move abroad. It's important to contemplate before you act. When you start using such words, your speech sounds calm, deliberate, and wise. Now let's combine these words in a short reflection. Sometimes I sit by the window and contemplate how time changes everything. It's fascinating how people evolve, how relationships transform, and how every experience becomes a subtle lesson in disguise. Do you hear how that sounds like fluent storytelling? That's the sound of natural, advanced English. Let's move on to another advanced term, sophisticated. It means elegant, cultured, or well-developed. You can say, she has a sophisticated sense of style. The software is sophisticated and efficient. His writing is sophisticated and polished. It's one of the most flexible adjectives in advanced English. Repeat after me. He has a sophisticated taste in music. That's a sophisticated approach. The design is elegant yet sophisticated. This word brings grace and professionalism to your speech, perfect for both formal and casual conversations. Another beautiful adjective is eloquent. It describes speech that is graceful, fluent, and persuasive. You can say, she gave an eloquent speech. His writing is eloquent and heartfelt. Or even, sometimes silence is more eloquent than words. Let's practice aloud. He's an eloquent speaker. Her message was eloquently expressed. The words were simple but eloquent. When you use this word, you express not just clarity, but emotion through language. Now let's tie this all together in a mini exercise. Imagine you're describing a person you inspire. You could say, she's an eloquent and sophisticated leader with a captivating presence and a perceptive mind. Her ideas are innovative and her approach to life is both subtle and profound. That's the richness of advanced English. Each word adds a layer of depth. Now, let's take a few moments to practice shadowing. Repeat naturally, with feeling. Advanced vocabulary allows you to express who you are with precision. It helps you describe your thoughts, your emotions, and your world in ways that sound natural, confident, and real. Pause. Repeat it again. Feel the rhythm. That's how fluency grows, through sound, emotion, and repetition. Let's continue exploring words that describe the world around us. Serene means calm and peaceful. The lake looked serene at sunset. She spoke in a serene tone. After the rain, everything felt serene. Another similar word is tranquil. It also means calm, but with a soft, natural beauty. The garden was tranquil. I enjoy the tranquil mornings before work. Now practice these softly. The view was serene. I love the tranquil silence of early morning. Her presence was calm and serene. These words are perfect for creating imagery. They bring poetry into your everyday English. Now, a slightly stronger word, majestic. It means grand, powerful, or beautiful in an impressive way. The mountains looked majestic under the golden light. The orchestra's performance was majestic. Using this kind of descriptive word turns your sentences into pictures. Let's imagine together. We stood there in silence watching the majestic waves crash against the shore. Feel how the scene becomes alive? That's what advanced English does. It allows you to paint with words. At this level, language isn't just about communication anymore. It's about expression, emotion, and artistry. The more you practice, the more your mind begins to think in this rhythm. Subtle, eloquent, compelling, serene. When you reach the C2 level, vocabulary becomes your paintbrush, and Every word you choose colors your communication with emotion, precision, and style. You start to realize that a single word can completely change the tone of what you say. Let's take the word notion. It means an idea, a belief, or a concept, often something abstract. For example, I had a notion that he wasn't telling the truth. Or, the notion of time fascinates philosophers. It sounds intelligent and reflective, a word used by people who think deeply about the world. Repeat with me slowly. That's an interesting notion. She rejected the notion that success happens overnight. The notion of freedom means different things to different people. See how it adds calm authority to your language? Now let's explore another word, paradox. A paradox is something that seems contradictory but actually reveals a truth. For example, it's a paradox that sometimes failure leads to success. Or, the quietest person in the room often has the loudest thoughts. Paradoxical thinking is part of advanced communication. It makes people stop and reflect. Practice these aloud. It's a fascinating paradox. Life is full of paradoxes. Her personality is a paradox, shy yet confident. Each time you use this kind of word, your English becomes not just fluent, but philosophical. Let's move to another important C2 level word, ambivalent. It means having mixed feelings or being uncertain about something. You could say, I'm ambivalent about moving to another city. Or, he felt ambivalent toward his new job, excited but nervous. Native speakers often use this word when describing complex emotions. Try saying these. She's ambivalent about the decision. I feel ambivalent, torn between two options. His expression was ambivalent, a mix of joy and doubt. Words like this allow you to capture emotional layers that simpler words can't express. Now let's focus on a word that shows intellectual clarity. Analytical. It means using logic and detailed thinking to understand something. For example, he has an analytical mind. Her analytical approach helped solve the problem. The report was written with great analytical precision. Practice softly. I'm trying to be more analytical. He gave an analytical response. Her analytical skills are impressive. This word is especially useful for academic, business, or scientific discussions. It's one of the cornerstones of C2 communication. Another advanced and elegant word is perspective. It means a way of seeing or understanding something. For example, let me share my perspective. Or, traveling gives you a new perspective on life. It's simple yet powerful, bringing emotional and intellectual depth to your sentences. Try these with me. From my perspective, that makes sense. We need to consider other perspectives. His perspective changed after the experience. Vocabulary like this helps you sound balanced and open-minded. Now let's practice these words in a little scene. Imagine you're having a conversation with a friend who's worried about their future. You could say, "I understand your ambivalence. It's natural to feel uncertain, but from another perspective, this could be a great opportunity to grow." See how natural that sounds? You've just used 3 advanced words: ambivalence, perspective, and opportunity in one meaningful message. Now let's explore another powerful set of words: precise, accurate, and concise. They may sound similar, but each has its own purpose. Precise means exact or detailed. Accurate means correct or true. Concise means brief but complete. For example, her explanation was precise. The results were accurate. His speech was clear and concise. Repeat after me. Be precise with your words. The data must be accurate. Keep your response concise. These are essential words for any advanced speaker who wants to communicate clearly without confusion. Now let's take another adjective: artificial. It usually means man-made or unnatural, but at a C2 level, it's also used to describe behavior or tone. For example, her smile felt artificial. The flowers were artificial but beautiful. We must avoid creating an artificial environment. It's a versatile word that adds subtle meaning depending on context. Now let's explore a word that connects deeply with emotion: nostalgic. It means feeling sentimental about the past, missing something that once made you happy. For example, listening to that song makes me nostalgic. He felt nostalgic while visiting his old school. It's poetic, emotional, and common in storytelling. Say these slowly. I'm feeling nostalgic today. Old photos make me nostalgic. There's a nostalgic beauty in remembering simpler times. Words like these make your English sound human, heartfelt, and artistic. Now let's move to inevitably. It's the adverb form of inevitable, meaning something that happens no matter what. For example, inevitably, time changes everything. He worked hard and inevitably, success followed. Disagreements are inevitable in any relationship. It's a word that adds grace to your expression. Calm, thoughtful, mature. Practice these. Inevitably, we all learn from experience. The storm passed, but inevitably it left damage. He kept avoiding work, and inevitably he failed the exam. Now let's discuss fundamental. It means basic but essential, something that everything else depends on. Trust is fundamental in any friendship. Grammar is fundamental to learning a language. Freedom is a fundamental human right. Say these after me. Honesty is fundamental. Understanding pronunciation is fundamental for fluency. Respect is fundamental in communication. These sentences sound both natural and powerful. Let's revisit profound, but in a new way. You can use it for emotions, knowledge, or silence. She felt a profound sadness. He shared a profound idea. There was a profound silence after the news. It's soft yet emotionally powerful, perfect for advanced English learners who want to sound calm and expressive. Now, let's shift to expressing agreement and disagreement politely. Instead of saying, I don't agree, try, I see your point, but I have a different perspective. Instead of you're wrong, try, I'm not entirely convinced. Instead of that's right, try, I completely concur. Practice these slowly. I completely concur. I'm not entirely convinced. That's an interesting perspective. These expressions help you participate in mature discussions without sounding too direct or harsh. That's the art of polite fluency. Now, let's practice a few advanced transitions that connect ideas smoothly. Words like moreover, nevertheless, in contrast, consequently, and on the other hand. For example, the project was successful. Moreover, it inspired new ideas. The weather was terrible. Nevertheless, we continued. He's confident. In contrast, his brother is shy. She didn't study. Consequently, she failed. Repeat each phrase softly. Words like moreover, nevertheless, in contrast, consequently, and on the other hand, act like bridges. They make your ideas flow smoothly from one to another, just like in native speech. Let's use them in one long paragraph for practice. Learning advanced vocabulary can be challenging. Nevertheless, it's deeply rewarding. Moreover, it helps you express emotions and ideas with precision. In contrast, learners who rely on basic words often struggle to sound natural. Consequently, those who practice daily begin to think in English without translating. On the other hand, skipping practice makes the process slower. Try shadowing that. Feel the rhythm of natural academic English merging with a conversational tone. Now let's focus on another key advanced skill. Describing abstract ideas like motivation, change, and growth. Aspiration means a strong desire to achieve something. Perseverance means continuing even when things are difficult. Fulfillment means the feeling of satisfaction after achieving something meaningful. Repeat after me. My aspiration is to become fluent in English. Perseverance leads to success. Helping others brings fulfillment. These are deeply emotional, motivational words. They belong to the language of dreamers, thinkers, and achievers. Let's blend them into a reflection. Every learner has a personal aspiration. Through perseverance, that dream slowly transforms into reality. And when you finally reach your goal, there's an unshakable sense of fulfillment, the quiet joy of progress. At this level, your vocabulary becomes part of your identity. It's not just about speaking well, it's about expressing your values, emotions, and thoughts with clarity. So let's end this part with a shadowing practice. Repeat naturally. Advanced vocabulary gives you freedom. It allows you to express what you truly mean, not just what you can say. It connects your heart, your thoughts, and your words, making your English not just correct, but alive. Pause, breathe, and let those words sink in. At the C2 level, you begin to feel how words shape your mindset. The way you speak becomes the way you think, and the way you think becomes the way you live. Let's start with one of my favorite advanced words, resonate. Resonate means to deeply connect, to create a lasting emotional impact. You could say, "That story really resonated with me." Her words resonated with the entire audience. It's one of those words that gives your English emotional maturity. It shows that something didn't just make sense, it moved you. Try saying these aloud. His message resonated with everyone. That song resonates with me every time I hear it. Her kindness resonated in my heart. The word resonate makes your expression sound soulful. It connects feeling and thought. Now, let's explore another strong C2 level word, authenticity. It comes from authentic, meaning genuine and real. Authenticity means being true to yourself, not pretending to be someone else. People appreciate authenticity. Her authenticity makes her a great leader in language learning. Authenticity is more powerful than perfection. Practice softly. I value authenticity. Authenticity builds trust. His authentic nature makes people feel comfortable. When you use such words, you bring honesty and depth into your communication. Let's now move toward a word that connects deeply with creativity, ingenuity. It means cleverness, originality, or creativity in problem solving. You can say, her ingenuity helped solve the problem. The design shows real ingenuity. Human ingenuity is endless. It's a beautiful word that captures both intelligence and imagination. Repeat with me. Ingenuity leads to innovation. He handled the situation with great ingenuity. The project's success was due to her ingenuity. This word is perfect when you want to sound sophisticated and thoughtful, especially in professional or academic discussions. Next, let's focus on alleviate. It means to make something less severe, like pain, stress, or difficulty. For example, meditation can alleviate stress. The medicine helped alleviate her headache. Volunteering can alleviate loneliness. It's an elegant, compassionate word that shows emotional awareness and understanding. Repeat softly. This solution will alleviate the problem. A kind word can alleviate someone's pain. We must find ways to alleviate poverty. When you speak like this, your English carries kindness and maturity. Now let's explore another word that describes personal growth. Elevate. It means to lift something up, to make it higher in quality, level, or spirit. Good communication elevates relationships. Music can elevate your mood. This course will elevate your English skills. It's a graceful, motivational word that gives energy to your expression. Practice with me. I want to elevate my confidence. That movie elevated my perspective. Gratitude elevates your spirit. This word can transform even simple sentences into something inspiring. Let's connect alleviate and elevate in a short reflection. When you alleviate someone's pain, you elevate their hope. When you alleviate your stress, you elevate your focus. When you learn to elevate your thoughts, your entire life changes. That's what advanced English is. Language with meaning and rhythm. Now, let's look at another elegant word, reinforce. It means to strengthen or support something, often an idea or belief. His success reinforced his confidence. The teacher reinforced key points from the lesson. Her actions reinforced the message of kindness. Repeat with me. Positive results reinforce motivation. This evidence reinforces our conclusion. Practice reinforces memory. You can feel the logic and clarity in it. It's one of those strong verbs that gives power to your sentences. Now, let's explore adversity. It means difficulty, hardship, or challenging circumstances. You could say, she remained calm in the face of adversity. Adversity teaches resilience. They grew stronger through adversity. Try these aloud. Adversity builds character. We all face adversity at some point. Through adversity, we discover our strength. This word brings emotional depth. It allows you to express struggle in a dignified, reflective way. Now, pair it with another important word, resilience. It means the ability to recover from challenges. Resilience helps you bounce back. She faced failure with resilience. Resilience is key to long-term success. Let's practice together. Adversity builds resilience. He showed great resilience after losing his job. Life tests your resilience, but it also rewards it. When you put these together, you create meaningful, motivational English that sounds natural and real. For example, through adversity, she found her resilience. Her story reinforces the power of hope and perseverance. Now, let's move to another beautiful advanced word, gratitude. It means thankfulness, appreciation, or a feeling of being grateful. She expressed her gratitude for their help. Gratitude changes your mindset. Gratitude is a powerful emotion. I feel deep gratitude for this opportunity. Gratitude helps us focus on what truly matters. He wrote a letter of gratitude to his mentor. Gratitude is one of those universal words that sounds kind. It softens your tone and opens your heart. Let's now practice linking gratitude, resilience, and adversity together. Even during adversity, maintaining gratitude strengthens resilience. Gratitude helps you see light in the darkest moments. Resilience grows when gratitude becomes your mindset. See how natural and inspirational this feels? That's C2 level emotional fluency, intelligent yet deeply human. Now let's add another refined word, composure. It means calmness and self-control, especially under pressure. She maintained her composure during the argument. He spoke with calm composure. Good leaders keep their composure in every situation. Repeat softly. Composure helps you think clearly. She handled the crisis with composure. Inner peace begins with composure. These words, gratitude, composure, resilience, create not just vocabulary, but character. Let's take a short reflective pause together. Imagine someone describing you as resilient, articulate, and composed. It sounds powerful, doesn't it? That's what language mastery feels like, strength wrapped in softness. Now let's explore another advanced but useful word, endeavor. It means an effort, an attempt, or a serious goal. Learning English is a rewarding endeavor. She dedicated years to her scientific endeavor. Success requires consistent endeavor. Practice with me. I will continue this endeavor with dedication. Every endeavor teaches something new. Perseverance transforms every endeavor into achievement. Let's connect it to another elegant word, dedication. It means commitment or strong focus on something. Her dedication to her craft is admirable. Dedication is what turns dreams into reality. He succeeded because of his dedication. Say these slowly. Dedication brings results. Without dedication, talent is wasted. Consistency and dedication lead to mastery. Now combine both words into one idea. Every endeavor requires dedication. Every goal needs patience and resilience. Every moment of effort, no matter how small, brings you closer to mastery. Let's talk about mastery now, one of the most beautiful words in English. Mastery means complete control, deep understanding, or ultimate skill in something. Language mastery takes time. He achieved mastery through practice. True mastery begins with curiosity. Practice aloud. Mastery is a journey, not a destination. Every mistake leads to mastery. Through perseverance, mastery becomes possible. At this level, your relationship with English changes. It's no longer about passing tests or learning grammar. It becomes an endeavor of mastery, of expression, of thought, of emotion. It becomes part of who you are. Let's reflect with a short shadowing practice. Learning English is not just about words. It's about connection, expression, and resilience. Every challenge is part of your journey. Every sentence you speak is a step toward mastery. Take a breath. Feel how your English is expanding, not just in vocabulary, but in meaning, tone, and flow. At the advanced level, language becomes more than a skill. It becomes a bridge between your inner world and the world around you. The way you describe your thoughts reveals the depth of your understanding. Let's begin this part with one of the most graceful words in English, serendipity. It means a pleasant surprise, something good that happens unexpectedly. For example, meeting her at the cafe was pure serendipity. Life is full of moments of serendipity. It was serendipity that led me to this opportunity. The sound of the word itself feels magical, calm, flowing, and full of wonder. Let's practice slowly together. It was pure serendipity. That discovery was a beautiful piece of serendipity. Sometimes life's best moments come through serendipity. Using this word gives your speech a poetic charm. It shows appreciation for life's unexpected beauty. Now let's look at another C2 level word, ephemeral. It means lasting for a very short time, something temporary but beautiful while it lasts. The sunset was ephemeral but unforgettable. Our youth is ephemeral yet precious. Fame can be ephemeral, but legacy endures. It's a deeply reflective word often used in literature and philosophical conversations. Try saying it with me. Beauty is ephemeral. Moments are ephemeral, but memories stay. The joy was ephemeral, but it left a lasting warmth. Words like these make your English not just advanced, but almost meditative. They turn thoughts into music. Now let's explore epiphany. It means a sudden realization or understanding, a moment when something becomes clear in your mind. She had an epiphany while reading that book. During the conversation, I experienced an epiphany about my goals. Sometimes silence brings the greatest epiphanies. Repeat softly. I had an epiphany today. That moment was a true epiphany. He described his journey as a series of epiphanies. This word is intellectual, spiritual, and emotional all at once, perfect for thoughtful English learners. Now, let's bring in another powerful word, catalyst. It means something that causes change or sparks transformation. That experience was a catalyst for my personal growth. Her words became a catalyst for change. Failure can be a catalyst for success. Practice with me. Every challenge can be a catalyst for growth. He became the catalyst for innovation. The event served as a catalyst for improvement. This word makes your sentences sound dynamic and full of movement, like life itself. Let's now connect some of these words in one reflection. Sometimes serendipity brings us to people or moments that become the catalysts for transformation. Those moments may be ephemeral, but they often lead to powerful epiphanies that change how we see life. That's how C2 level vocabulary works, not as isolated words, but as living ideas that breathe together. Now, let's focus on another elegant word, essence. It means the core, the most important quality of something. The essence of happiness lies in simplicity. Love is the essence of humanity. The essence of learning is curiosity. Repeat slowly. That's the essence of the idea. Simplicity is the essence of beauty. At its essence, kindness is strength. Using this word adds spiritual and intellectual depth to your expression. It's calm, wise, and timeless. Let's move to tranquility. It's similar to serene, but a little softer. It means peace, calmness, or stillness, especially in the mind. I enjoy the tranquility of the morning. After the storm, the air was full of tranquility. Meditation brings tranquility to the heart. Practice these softly. I need a moment of tranquility. The room was filled with tranquility. She smiled with quiet tranquility. This kind of vocabulary soothes the ear. It feels peaceful even when spoken out loud. Now, let's explore solitude. It means the state of being alone, but in a positive way. It's when you enjoy your own company or reflection time. She loves moments of solitude. He found his creativity in solitude. Solitude helps you understand yourself. Try saying these. I enjoy peaceful solitude. Solitude is not loneliness, it's self-connection. In solitude, wisdom grows. Using words like these transforms your English into something introspective and artistic. It becomes poetry in motion. Now, let's go deeper into emotional awareness with melancholy. It means a gentle, thoughtful kind of sadness, not despair, but quiet reflection. There was a touch of melancholy in her smile. The music filled me with sweet melancholy. Autumn always feels slightly melancholy. Repeat softly. It was a melancholy evening. His tone carried a quiet melancholy. Melancholy can be beautiful. It helps us feel deeply. This word reminds you that English at its highest level can hold both light and shadow within a single phrase. Now let's explore solace. It means comfort during sadness or difficulty. Music brings solace during hard times. Her words were a source of solace. He found solace in nature. Practice with me. I found solace in silence. Books offer solace to the lonely. Her friendship gave me solace when I needed it most. These words, melancholy, solitude, solace, create emotional harmony, a soft rhythm that feels deeply human. Now, take a moment to practice reflection with these words. Sometimes we find solace in solitude. Sometimes we sit in quiet melancholy, remembering what once was. But even in those moments, there's a kind of tranquility, the essence of being alive. Pause, breathe, and feel how your mind connects with the rhythm of the words. This is advanced English in its truest form. Emotional, balanced, and calm. Now let's move to something more expressive, awe. It means a feeling of wonder mixed with admiration and respect. She looked at the stars in awe. He listened in awe to the powerful speech. Nature always fills me with awe. Say these softly. I was in awe of the view. He spoke with awe in his voice. They stood in silent awe. This simple word carries immense emotional weight. Simple, yet profound. Another word that pairs beautifully with awe is reverence. It means deep respect or admiration, often spiritual or emotional. They watched the sunrise in reverence. He spoke of his teacher with great reverence. There was a reverent silence in the room. Repeat slowly. Reverence for life keeps us humble. She bowed her head in reverence. We must treat nature with reverence. These words awaken emotional intelligence. They show that you see meaning, not just information. Now, let's build a final reflection for this section. When you walk through a forest, you feel both awe and reverence, a quiet awareness of something greater than yourself. In that stillness, there's serenity. In that solitude, there's peace. And in that silence, there's understanding. This is what mastering English means. Not memorizing advanced words, but feeling them, letting them echo through your thoughts until they become part of your natural way of speaking. Every word you learn shapes your inner voice. It refines the way you express your joy, your sorrow, your wonder. And when that happens, you don't just speak English, you live it. At this level, your English begins to feel like music. Every word has its own rhythm, emotion, and melody inside your voice. Let's begin with one of the most expressive advanced words, ineffable. It means something so beautiful, powerful, or emotional that words cannot describe it. The beauty of the night sky was ineffable. Her kindness left me with an ineffable feeling. There are moments in life so ineffable that silence says more than speech. Repeat slowly. The view was ineffable. That moment felt ineffable. Some emotions are ineffable. This word allows you to express something beyond language, a moment where feeling is deeper than vocabulary itself. Now, let's explore another elegant word, luminous. It means glowing, shining softly, or full of light, both literally and metaphorically. Her eyes were luminous with hope. The city looked luminous at night. He gave a luminous performance. Practice with me. The room was filled with luminous light. Her smile was luminous. The moon looked luminous against the dark sky. When you use luminous, your English becomes more visual. You start painting pictures with words. Next, let's move to serene again, but use it with new emotional depth. Serene means calm, peaceful, untroubled, but at C2, it also means emotionally composed. She remained serene despite the chaos. His expression was serene as he watched the sunset. There was a serene quietness after the storm. Repeat softly. I want to stay serene under pressure. The lake looked perfectly serene. She spoke in a serene tone. It's a word that balances strength and peace, a quiet confidence within calmness. Now let's learn exquisite. It means extremely beautiful, delicate, or finely made. The food was exquisite. She wore an exquisite dress. The painting had exquisite detail. At an advanced level, you can also use it emotionally. She has exquisite taste. That moment was exquisitely painful. He has an exquisite understanding of music. Say these slowly with feeling. It was an exquisite experience. Her handwriting is exquisite. The performance was exquisite in every way. This word adds sophistication. It makes your English sound refined and elegant. Now let's move to a powerful emotional word, ardent. It means passionate, enthusiastic, or full of emotion. She's an ardent learner. He's an ardent supporter of environmental causes. They share an ardent love for art. Practice these out loud. I'm an ardent admirer of literature. Her voice was full of ardent emotion. He pursued his dream with ardent determination. This word helps you describe deep passion gracefully without sounding exaggerated. Now let's connect these words. Ineffable, luminous, serene, exquisite, and ardent in a single reflection. There are ineffable moments in life when the world feels luminous and serene, when beauty becomes exquisite and passion turns ardent. Those are the moments that remind us what it truly means to be alive. Do you feel how those words create both image and emotion? That's what C2 English feels like. Language that moves and breathes. Now, let's look at another advanced word, benevolent. It means kind, generous, or well-meaning, especially when describing actions or people with a good heart. She is a benevolent leader. He made a benevolent donation. They acted with benevolent intentions. Repeat slowly. I want to be more benevolent. Her benevolent nature inspires others. The gesture was simple but benevolent. When you use words like benevolent, you express not just meaning but moral beauty, the goodness of character through speech. Another similar word is magnanimous. It means generous and forgiving, especially for someone you could be angry with. He was magnanimous in victory. She showed a magnanimous spirit by forgiving him. It takes a magnanimous heart to let go of resentment. Practice these softly. Try to be magnanimous even when others are unkind. His response was calm and magnanimous. They praised her for her magnanimous attitude. This is emotional intelligence expressed through vocabulary. Calm power wrapped in grace. Now let's turn toward another beautiful word, metamorphosis. It means a deep, often gradual transformation. The caterpillar undergoes a metamorphosis to become a butterfly. Traveling abroad caused a personal metamorphosis. His mindset went through a quiet metamorphosis over the years. Say these out loud with flow. Life is a constant metamorphosis. Learning brings metamorphosis of thought. Her voice has undergone a beautiful metamorphosis. Let's pair it with transcend. It means to rise above, to go beyond limits. She transcended her fears. Art has the power to transcend language. They try to transcend their past mistakes. Practice with me. We must transcend negativity. Love transcends boundaries. Music transcends culture. The more you speak like this, the more your English feels free, not confined by simple translation, but filled with life. Now let's practice combining these words together in meaning. Through metamorphosis, we learn to transcend fear. We become luminous, serene, and benevolent, not because life is easy, but because we learn to grow through it. Pause. Reflect on that rhythm. It's not just vocabulary, it's wisdom expressed through words. Now let's turn to a few advanced verbs that help you express emotion and observation in everyday conversation. Recollect, ponder, and embrace. Recollect means to remember something with clarity or emotion. I recollect the day we met. She recollected her childhood memories fondly. I can still recollect his voice. Try saying these. I recollect that moment vividly. He recollected the incident with a smile. Sometimes I recollect things that shaped who I am. Next, ponder. It means to think deeply about something. He pondered the meaning of her words. I often ponder the direction of my life. She sat in silence pondering her decision. Repeat softly. I ponder before I speak. He pondered for hours before responding. She pondered the possibilities. Ponder has a quiet strength. It shows depth and reflection. Now, embrace. It means to accept or welcome something fully, physically or emotionally. She embraced the opportunity. He embraced change. They embraced each other warmly. Practice with me. Embrace your challenges. Embrace the unknown. He learned to embrace every lesson life gave him. Now let's combine all three. Sometimes we recollect what we've lost, ponder what we can change, and embrace what we can become. That's advanced fluency, words becoming philosophy. Let's go deeper into emotional language with vulnerable. It means open, exposed, or emotionally honest. It's okay to be vulnerable. She spoke with vulnerable honesty. Being vulnerable takes courage. Say these softly. I feel vulnerable sometimes. Vulnerability creates connection. He was brave enough to be vulnerable. Native speakers often use this word when expressing emotional truth. It's real, human, and deeply powerful. Now let's reflect with a short, shadowing paragraph. At the heart of fluency is vulnerability, the willingness to speak even imperfectly, to express emotion without fear, to be yourself in another language. That's where authenticity lives. Pause. Breathe. Let the words flow gently through your mind. This is language as meditation. When you reach this depth of English, you begin to understand that words carry energy. Some words heal, some inspire, and some reveal parts of you that you didn't even know existed. Let's start this part with one of the most thoughtful words in the language, introspective. It means looking inward, examining your own thoughts, feelings, and motives. She became more introspective after her journey. I spent a quiet evening in an introspective mood. Writers are often introspective. They observe their inner world as much as the outer one. Repeat softly. I'm feeling introspective today. He's a deeply introspective person. Her introspective nature helps her understand others. Using this word gives your English emotional depth. It shows that your thoughts have layers, not just surface meaning. Now let's explore another beautiful word, retrospective. It's similar to introspective, but it means looking back on the past with reflection or evaluation. The artist's retrospective exhibition showed her growth over the years. He wrote a retrospective account of his life. At the end of the year, I always feel retrospective. Say slowly. It's a retrospective view of my journey. She spoke in a quiet, retrospective tone. His book offers a retrospective look at his experiences. These words, introspective and retrospective, balance the present and the past. They create a thoughtful harmony in your expression. Now let's move to a word that captures emotional strength, stoic. It describes someone who endures pain or difficulty without complaining or showing emotion. He remained stoic during the crisis. She faced the challenge with stoic calmness. Being stoic doesn't mean you don't feel. It means you stay steady when you do. Repeat after me. He's known for his stoic attitude. She stayed stoic through the storm. Sometimes being stoic helps you survive. This word reflects inner strength and quiet courage, two qualities that define emotional maturity in language and in life. Now let's learn lucid. It means clear, easy to understand, or full of light in thought or expression. Her explanation was lucid. He had a lucid dream last night. She spoke with lucid confidence. Practice softly. I try to keep my thoughts lucid. The idea was presented in a lucid way. Lucid writing is powerful and elegant. It's one of those words that combines intelligence and simplicity. It shines through calm clarity. Next, let's explore coherent. It means logical, well-organized, and consistent in flow. Her argument was coherent and convincing. He spoke in a calm, coherent manner. A coherent structure makes communication clear. Say them aloud. Keep your ideas coherent. She wrote a coherent summary. He's a very coherent speaker. Coherent and lucid often work together, one for thought, one for expression. Now let's introduce another intellectual word, nuance. It means a subtle difference in meaning, tone, or feeling. She understood the nuance in his voice. There's a nuance between confidence and arrogance. His writing captures the nuances of human emotion. Practice with me. I love the nuance of her accent. Every language has its nuances. Understanding nuance is key to fluency. At the C2 level, you live in nuance. Words don't just have meaning, they have texture. Let's connect these in a reflection. Fluency is not just about words, it's about nuance, the ability to feel the small shifts in tone, emotion, and rhythm. When your speech becomes lucid and coherent, when you understand the nuances of expression, you begin to sound truly natural. Now, let's explore candid. It means honest, open, and sincere, especially when expressing opinions or feelings. She gave a candid answer. I appreciate your candid feedback. He spoke candidly about his mistakes. Say these slowly. Be candid but kind. Her candid honesty earned respect. He's known for his candid opinions. Advanced English loves this word because it expresses truth with humility, honesty without harshness. Now, let's learn meticulous again, but in a fresh way. Meticulous means extremely careful and detailed, not just about work, but also in thought or planning. She's meticulous about her pronunciation. He's a meticulous researcher. Meticulous attention leads to mastery. Practice with me. Be meticulous in practice. Her meticulous effort paid off. Every meticulous learner becomes fluent. At this level, you start connecting discipline with language, not rushing, but refining. Next, let's discover tenacity. It means persistence, determination, and the ability to keep going despite challenges. Her tenacity inspired the whole team. He approached learning with quiet tenacity. Success demands both patience and tenacity. Say these softly. Tenacity turns effort into achievement. He's known for his tenacious spirit. Her tenacity is admirable. Tenacity and fortitude are like companions. One moves you forward, the other keeps you grounded. Let's combine them in a small reflection. Fluency is not built in a day. It's built through tenacity, the daily effort, and fortitude, the calm strength to continue even when progress feels slow. Now, let's move to something more expressive. Emulate. It means to imitate or follow someone's example in order to achieve similar success. She tries to emulate her teacher's style. He emulated his mentor's discipline. Children often emulate their parents. Practice with me. Emulate the habits of fluent speakers. He emulated her confidence and improved. To grow, we must emulate excellence. Now let's learn cultivate. It means to develop something carefully over time, a skill, an attitude, or even a relationship. She cultivated patience. He cultivated a love for reading. We should cultivate gratitude every day. Say these softly. Cultivate your vocabulary. Cultivate kindness and understanding. Fluency is cultivated through daily practice. It's one of those beautiful, gentle words that connects growth, care, and purpose. Now let's learn immerse. It means to become deeply involved in something, to surround yourself completely. She immersed herself in English podcasts. He's fully immersed in his new job. To learn effectively, immerse yourself in the language. Practice aloud. Immerse yourself in English daily. He's immersed in his studies. Immersion leads to understanding. Immerse shows commitment. It means learning not from the outside, but from within. Let's connect these three in a single reflection. To become fluent, you must emulate native rhythm, cultivate awareness, and immerse yourself in real English. Don't chase perfection, cultivate progress. Now let's explore eloquence again in a deeper way. It's not just about beautiful speech. It's about speaking with grace, empathy, and confidence. She spoke with quiet eloquence. His eloquence moved the audience. Sometimes silence is the greatest eloquence. Repeat softly. Eloquence begins with clarity. True eloquence is not loud, it's sincere. Your voice can carry eloquence when your heart believes in your words. Now let's reflect together in a soft practice paragraph. Every time you speak, you create art. Every sentence carries energy, emotion, and intention. The more you listen, the more you feel, the more you cultivate your eloquence. And when your speech becomes natural, calm, and expressive, you'll realize you've already reached fluency, not through effort, but through presence. Pause, breathe, let that thought rest gently in your mind. At this stage, your relationship with English is no longer about studying, it's about feeling the language flow through you. Every sentence becomes a mirror of your thoughts, every word a reflection of your emotions, and this awareness is the essence of mastery. Let's begin this final part with a profound word. Enlightened. It means having deep understanding or awareness, often after learning or reflection. She became more enlightened after years of experience. He offered an enlightened perspective. The discussion was open-minded and enlightened. Say these slowly. I'm becoming more enlightened every day. An enlightened mind listens before it speaks. Education leads to an enlightened society. When you use this word, your English sounds calm, wise, and balanced. It shows you're learning not just to speak, but to understand. Now let's explore another refined word, ephemeral, which we touched on earlier, but now we'll use it as a metaphor for life itself. Every moment is ephemeral, yet every memory eternal. Happiness may be ephemeral, but gratitude makes it last. The sunset's beauty is ephemeral, reminding us of time's gentle rhythm. It's a word that teaches softness, the acceptance of life's passing moments with peace, not resistance. Now let's learn transient, another word meaning short-lived, temporary, but graceful. The pain was transient. Fame is transient. Purpose endures. They shared a transient yet meaningful friendship. Say these softly. Feelings are transient. Life's beauty is transient, but precious. Let go of transient worries and hold on to lasting values. These words, ephemeral and transient, carry wisdom in simplicity. Let's move toward a powerful emotional word, equanimity. It means calmness and balance, especially under pressure or emotional stress. She handled criticism with equanimity. Equanimity is peace in the middle of chaos. He spoke with equanimity even in conflict. Repeat slowly. I want to live with equanimity. He maintained equanimity through change. True confidence is silent equanimity. This word brings serenity and composure into your language, a mark of deep self-awareness. Now let's explore integrity. It means honesty, moral strength, and consistency between your words and actions. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. He's respected for his integrity. Language fluency without integrity lacks meaning. Say these gently. Integrity creates trust. She's known for her integrity and grace. Integrity gives value to success. When you speak with integrity, your voice carries authenticity. People feel truth in your words. Now let's turn to another timeless word, empathy. It's more than understanding, it's feeling what someone else feels. Empathy connects hearts beyond language. He listened with empathy. Without empathy, communication loses its soul. Practice with me. Empathy builds bridges. True fluency requires empathy. Her empathy made her words healing. This word reminds us that language is not just sound, it's connection. Let's blend empathy, integrity, and equanimity into one short reflection. Fluency is not only the art of expression, it's the balance of equanimity, the honesty of integrity, and the kindness of empathy. These qualities transform speech into understanding. Now, let's move to discernment. It means the ability to judge wisely, to recognize truth and depth beyond appearance. He made his choice with discernment. Discernment comes from experience and reflection. In communication, discernment means knowing when to speak and when to listen. Say these aloud. I value discernment over judgment. Her discernment makes her a good listener. Discernment grows with silence and observation. It's a word of emotional intelligence, calm and wise. Now let's explore serendipitous again, but now use it to close the circle of our learning journey. Every discovery in language is serendipitous. Sometimes mistakes lead to serendipitous understanding. Your journey toward fluency has been full of serendipitous lessons. Repeat softly. Learning is a serendipitous adventure. Serendipitous moments make life magical. Be open to serendipity. It often leads you where you belong. Now let's introduce the inevitable one last time. Not as fear, but as peace. Growth is inevitable when you stay consistent. Change is inevitable, but how we respond defines us. In learning, mistakes are inevitable, and progress always follows. Say these aloud. Fluency is inevitable when passion guides you. Change is inevitable. Resistance only slows it down. Patience makes inevitable growth peaceful. The word itself carries quiet strength. It reminds you to trust your journey. Now, let's reflect on everything we've learned through this masterclass. From meticulous to resilient, from eloquent to serene, from nuance to fortitude, from benevolent to ineffable. Each word you learned was more than vocabulary. It was a new way to see life. You didn't just expand your word bank. You expanded your perception, your emotional awareness, your ability to express gratitude, vulnerability, and clarity. And that's what true C2 English fluency means. Emotional intelligence through language. Let's take a moment to practice a final reflection together. Language is not only about communication, it's about compassion. Every word is a seed. When spoken with kindness, it grows understanding. When spoken with patience, it builds connection. When spoken with truth, it creates peace. Pause. Let that resonate. Now imagine you're speaking English naturally, effortlessly, without fear. You describe your day with clarity, your thoughts with depth, and your emotions with grace. You use words like remarkable, lucid, profound, and magnanimous, not to impress, but to express. You speak with equanimity, empathy, and confidence. You no longer learn English, you live in English. Let's practice one final series of sentences to lock this journey into memory. I speak with confidence and compassion. My words reflect clarity and calmness. Every day my vocabulary grows stronger and my heart more fluent. Now say softly, I am fluent in understanding. I am fluent in expression. I am fluent in peace. You've reached the end of this Advanced Vocabulary Masterclass, not as a student, but as a communicator of thought, emotion, and truth. You now hold the tools to describe the world, not just accurately, but beautifully. Remember, mastery isn't about knowing every word. It's about using the right words to express what's real. It's about calmness in your voice, confidence in your tone, and kindness in your message. Keep practicing every day. Keep listening, reading, and reflecting. Let words like resilience, tranquility, fortitude, eloquence, and gratitude become part of your nature. And when you speak next time, pause for a moment, breathe, and let your voice carry wisdom, compassion, and serenity, the true sound of a C2 speaker. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Julia, and it's been a joy guiding you through this journey. If this lesson resonated with you, remember to keep learning, keep reflecting, and most importantly, keep speaking. Because your voice matters. See you soon. And until next time, stay fluent, stay calm, and stay curious.